He says here, Seth Troxler complains about having to work more to spend more time with his family. Interesting clip here again from Seth Troxler. Let's hear his opinions on work-life balance.
A mountain you want to keep climbing.
I've climbed a mountain before.
Yeah, you know? Literally.
Yeah, but you got to keep it fucking moving, you know? That's the whole thing. It's like, where on the spectrum is this idea of fun, enjoyment, health? You know, that's like yours, the world's, you know, healthiest degenerate. Like, what is that, you know, of family, of life? What is that perfect thing that we're...
By the way, that sounds horrible. I'm not going to lie. Maybe, you know, health awareness is important too, but trying to be the world's healthiest degenerate sounds horrendous. That's an oxymoron in itself. I don't like that whatsoever. I think you should have your degenerate phase, you should have your healthy phase, but they shouldn't be intertwined. You shouldn't be trying to be a healthy degenerate. You should be trying to enjoy your work, especially if you're a DJ, while you're fucked up, and enjoy that moment in time. And then once that time is over, once you have to hang up your fucking hat, you should be able to enjoy it somewhat clean and sober too. You shouldn't be trying to mix the two. This sounds kind of Bert Kreischer like.
We're all searching for that will say, this is contentment. This is enough. Like,
right.
Today I was sitting with my kids watching fucking Mouse Eats a Cookie or some shit, and they were both cuddled on me, and I was like, this is the best shit of my life. You know, and like, how do I get more time so I can do more of this
with your kid?
Surely being a DJ should afford you the opportunity to spend more time with your kids, no? Because in my lane brain, right, in my really uninformed brain, uninformed ways, I would imagine that a DJ gig or DJ career affords you the ability to make a crazy amount of money that's not really relative to the job that you do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you probably get paid a month's salary for one gig. Some DJs do, whether it's $5,000 and upwards, right? Most of us, you know, regular normal human beings out there, we're maybe getting paid, I don't know, 1,500s plus, right? In terms of like a regular normal kind of salary. Maybe some of us is 1,000. So, you know, pray for you and hope you get that fucking bumper promotion. But if you're a DJ and you get paid a gig, one gig, you get paid 1,500. Surely the easy math should be, hey, let me play a few of these gigs in a row. Let me maybe go crazy during the summer season, during the festival season. And then once I stuck up enough money, I'll use that money to live and survive on. And then I'll be able to look after and hang out with my family and then go back on the road again. Maybe it's a bit harder in practice, because if you take time off, it then gives space to other people to come in and maybe take over from you, or maybe impress. And then, you know, you might be out of sight, out of mind type of thing. But I would think having a career as a DJ should afford you the ability to hang out with your family more. Like, if you're a professional DJ and you don't have time to hang out with your family, I think you're doing it wrong. I think that's mostly a user error type of shit. You should be saving the money that you get from your gigs and then using that money to give you the runway to chill with your family, guilt free type of thing. I think that's what you should be doing. But again, maybe it's easier said than done.
With my kids, but I got to work more to get more money for more time. So
it's an interesting trade-off.
I think he's willingly or willfully putting himself in this hamster wheel. He's putting himself in this conundrum. I don't think you need to make more money in order to then spend more time with your kids. I think you could easily make the money, stack the money, and then use that money to spend more time with your kids and take time off from work and then rinse and repeat. But I think he's willfully putting himself in a place where it's like, oh man, I have to work. You know, it's almost like I won't say an excuse. It's almost like a good way for you to kind of avoid addressing the actual problem, which is you're not spending enough time with your kids. But if you just say, oh, I have to work, it almost gives you a get out of jail free card, you know?
The fucked up thing, right? Like, your whole life you work to get time to not work, to do cool shit. But then you have to keep working, where we've kind of all cracked the code where you don't work for someone else, which is great. But when you don't work for someone else, you work even fucking more.
That's right, because the clock never turns off.
The clock never turns off. And you're just like, how did post-capitalism end up in this fucking situation where we're just like constantly on this hamster wheel?
Yeah, but you're in the hamster wheel of your own invention. He's purposely put himself there, and now he's blaming others. I think it's your own fault. I don't think you need to be in a hamster wheel. Your job itself allows you not to be in a hamster wheel. Yes, I know the industry is a bit different, right? The actual mechanics of it. You're like in one venue, out of the other, into another. It's kind of a bit of a hamster wheel. But you can decide to stop running. you can decide to take time off. Loads of DJs have done it and have a balanced kind of like family life, whatever. But he doesn't want to. I think that's the real truth. Maybe the truth is he doesn't want to admit that he doesn't really want to be settling down with his family. There's a bit of Bert Kreischer about him. I think he actually mentions liking Bert Kreischer and that being somebody he kind of looks up to. So I think that's why I keep mentioning it as well. But I think he mentioned in one of these clips that he's a big fan of Bert Kreischer. But it's a bit Bert Kreischer-esque, you know? It's like you don't really want to fully admit that you don't really want to look after your kids. You don't really want to raise them. You'd rather your wife do it and you focus on making the money, aka not being around, you know? And then popping back in when they're like fully formed adults and shit and expect them to be like, you know, lovey-dovey. It's like, it's not going to work that way.
Of happiness and small moments of freedom.
Yeah.
And then you get back on the wheel to get time to have those small moments of freedom and like awesomeness. But then it's just like, to say at 25, you guys got time to figure it out and clock out, man. It's fucking great.
It's like you said, it's all the biggest, most important thing in life is having more time.
Time is
time with
everything.
family and time with friends, and you know, it's like, dude, like seriously, we were.
I love these empty platitudes, these vague things that just don't, you know, it's like they mean a lot, but they don't mean anything, you know? I love this sort of chat. This is perfect after chat.
It's been 1 year since we did that tour, and it went like that.
Yo.
Snap fingers, boom. Now we're here.
We're going to be at your 30th very soon.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
We're actually going to be at your 40th very soon.
Very soon.
There's always another mountain you want to keep.
So yeah, I don't know. I think he's I think he's doing it wrong. I think personally Seth is doing it wrong. He should be trying his best to, again, be able to stack up the money needed to allow him the runway to hang out with his family and then go back on the road again. You don't need to be in this constant hamster wheel. I think he's in the hamster wheel of his own design, personally. I could be wrong, but I think he's in the hamster wheel of his own design and making. But again, I could be wrong. Again, I could be blood clot wrong. Who's to know? Who's to know? Who's to know?